Hi guys, this is Anna from Kakibana, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to find an English teaching job in Colombia. Now this topic was a request from Rick Ross, so thank you Rick for your request. If you have any other requests on videos that you'd like to see, leave a comment below and I will do them in the future. So today, finding an English teaching job in Colombia. Obviously I'm no expert as such because I've only worked in one job in Colombia teaching English, but I've heard of other people working in different areas, so I'm going to give you the information that I have. So I've put these jobs into 5 different categories, so different categories in terms of your qualification. The first category is having a high school degree but not a university degree. And the second one is having a university degree in anything, so it doesn't have to be teaching English, just anything. The third one is having a CELTA. CELTA is the certificate in teaching English. And I did a video about my experience with CELTA, so if you want to see that, check out the link below. The fourth category is if you have a degree in teaching or education. And then the fifth category is if you have a degree or a master's in linguistics or teaching English. So the first one, having a high school degree. So this one, there are actually quite a few options for this. So the first option is giving private classes to people, you know, just a word of mouth or something like that. So you go to their house, they come to your house, you meet in a library and you give private lessons and you get paid in cash. So this one, in order to get this job, you're going to have to, you know, be in Colombia already and know some people so that the word of mouth gets around. So it could be hard to start up immediately once you arrive in Colombia, but after a few months, I'm sure that you'll get a lot of attention from people. Or you could go to a Facebook page, which is called English Teachers in Bogotá. So this is just in the capital Bogotá, but I'm sure there are some in other cities as well. But on the Facebook page, you could just tell everyone that you're looking for private students, and I'm sure that someone will be in contact with you about that. And these you could probably charge, you know, 40,000 pesos up to 100,000 pesos. But obviously if you charge more, you're going to get less students or less keen students to start off with. Then you could also work in companies which are chains. So lots of different schools around the country. One of them is called SMART, and the other one is called Wall Street English. So these are the 2 main ones. I'm sure there are others as well. So you just have to, you know, walk around and look for some or look on the internet for them. And these ones you'd be teaching a group of students, but not too big, you know, maybe 6 or 8 students in each class. And usually these are adults, so, you know, teenagers upwards. And I've heard this one is not really good pay. It's around 1 million pesos per month, and apparently you do a lot of hours to get that salary as well. So that is an option, and it'll be good to meet, you know, lots of Colombian students there as well, and maybe take them for private lessons in the future. The other option is a company called Business English Coaching, BEC, which is something that my friend was doing, and this was kind of like a consulting kind of company which they had people from companies that wanted their employees to improve their English. So it was maybe private classes or 2 people in a class, and it was just like 1 hour or 2 hours a day. I think the pay wasn't too bad there, so it was around 80,000 pesos per hour. And then there's also the option of teaching online. And so online teaching you can do from any country in the world, going to companies like Open English or something like that to find students and teaching online. So the next category is if you have a university degree, and this degree can be in anything, just as long as you've graduated from university. And this is what I did, and I went through a company called Volunteers Colombia, and now they're also working very closely with a company called Heart for Change. And there were people that were applying through agencies like GREENHEART travel to find this position, but this position is kind of volunteering, but you get a stipend of 1,500,000 pesos per month, which is comfortable to live on. If you want to check out my cost of living in Colombia video as well, that I'll leave the link down below. This one is all over Colombia in different cities, and you'll either be teaching on your own at like a kind of technical college to a group of adults, usually in their 20s or so, or what I did was I was teaching at a school, so a high school and a primary school joined together, and I was assistant teaching, but I was able to take over the class when I was teaching teaching. So that was a really good experience for me. Next category, if you have a CELTA, which is the Cambridge Certificate in Teaching English to Adults, if you have that and you have a little bit of experience, then you could apply for companies such as International House and British Council. And so these ones are all over Colombia as well. You'll be teaching a group of students. They could be children or they could be adults. And this one pays quite well. It pays around 3 million to 4 million pesos per month. So definitely you could live very comfortably on that. But yeah, it requires more of qualification and also a bit of experience. Then this is not necessarily teaching English, but the fourth category is if you have a degree in teaching or education from university. Then you could teach any subject you want at a bilingual school. So a bilingual school in Bogotá, for example, the schools, are quite rich schools. The rich kids go there, which are located usually in the northern area of Bogotá. And every subject is done in English, is taught in English. So it's called bilingual, but it's just English there. And you could teach anything, so math, science, and not necessarily just teaching English. So that is an option as well, but you do need a degree in teaching. Now the last category is if you have a degree in linguistics or a master's in linguistics, because I'm sure this is what they will ask for, then you could work for universities around Colombia. So I'm not entirely sure what the qualifications required are, but I'm sure it's something higher than the other categories. So all of these jobs and all of these companies, I'll leave the links down below and you just apply via the website. Many companies that are run by Colombians, and this is what happens with all companies in Colombia, but it's good to go in person and hand in your resume in person. Also, it's a really good thing if you have connections and if you know someone, then that is also an easier way to get into it. But otherwise, if it's not run by Colombians such as Volunteers Colombia, Heart for Change, British Council, International House, and those types of companies, then you could apply online in your own country and then get the job and then go to Colombia after that. So then you already have a job before you even arrive there, which is really awesome, and that's what happened with me, and it was really awesome and it was so organized and everything. So as you can see, there are various options for teaching English in Colombia, and I hope this video was helpful. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Don't forget to check out my blog, kakibana.com. Check out my other videos about Colombia. Any requests, please let me know, and follow me on Facebook. Alright, so I'll see you next time. Thanks guys, bye!